Hello fellow fish nerds, and happy 14th day of my February fish vlogs. And happy Valentine's Day. Why do I say happy? Well, because I think it's a useless holiday. Honestly, I have always thought so. I'm thankful that I'm married to a wife who agrees with me. We usually celebrate by going somewhere that is not a stereotypical Valentine's Day place to eat with our kids, and this year, because it's on a Thursday, probably with my parents. Probably to an anti-Valentine's Day place like a pizza buffet or a Taco Bell or something crazy like that. And we also prefer, if we're going to buy candy, then buy it the day after Valentine's Day when it's on sale. Let's be smart about this, people. It's also payday, so it makes sense. Anyways, on to tonight's video. Tonight's video, I'm warning you, is a rant. It is something that happened to me on Sunday that irritated me. The people, the group, and the details of the situation will remain as anonymous and vague as possible to protect those involved and their privacy. The purpose of today's rant, is to learn from it and to grow as better people. I want this rant to be as constructive as possible. Yes, I'm trying to get this off of my chest. Because honestly, when it happened on Sunday, I didn't really have anyone to talk to about it. My non-fish nerd friends in real life, like my wife, if I try to talk to her about it, she wouldn't really understand why it was bothering me so much. My other non-fish nerd friends in real life also would not understand. So that is why I'm thankful for you, my fellow fish nerds out there who are watching this, and my other February fish vlog videos. Thank you for watching those. For understanding my frustration in this. But that's not the point. The point is to learn from it and to grow, and to try to prevent these kinds of things from happening again. I was not wronged in any large way, and honestly, this is a hashtag first world problem to be complaining about something like this. The video that I will be referencing throughout tonight's rant is what you see behind me. I'll post a link to that original video right here. But what you see behind me is the video in question. Stay tuned.
It's MrScienceGeek. I hope my tanks don't leak. If it's information that you seek, be sure to tune in each week. And my videos take a peek. My singing and my jokes really read.
Alright, so let me give you the story. Let me give you the scoop. The 411, the DL. That really ages me, makes me sound even older. Anyways, Sunday I posted a video about a reveal of these mystery fish. Well, spoiler alert, they're guppies. And as I look at them right now, they have grown since that video on Sunday. So I will be revealing the strain of guppies that they are sooner than what I thought, because they're growing quite nicely. You see one. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's one. Yeah, they're growing quite nicely. Oh, really quick, one thing I want to add. I'm kind of happy with that one take that I did, so I'm going to leave it, but I do want to add this in. I want to give credit for inspiration for these rants to Michael from Michael's Fish Room. Post a link to his channel right here. We'll also post a link to his channel down below. Go check him out. People think that we look alike. I don't see it. I mean, but whatever. Anyways, he's a cool guy. He likes guppies. He supports me in how I'm taking care of my guppies. So yeah, go check out his channel. Thank you, Michael, for your inspiration. Sorry, I don't do bloopers. I'll leave that to you. Even when I started like what I just did, I'm not going to put that in the bloopers. I'm a one-take, unscripted kind of guy. So, back to the show. So anyways, I was pretty proud of this, so I went and posted a link to this video in related, interested groups, Facebook groups. And I will have you all know, the only detail I'll give is that it was not a Facebook fish group that was moderated by anyone in the fish fam. So this was not a fish fam group posting. So to fish fam members out there, don't worry, it wasn't any of you. It didn't happen there. It's one of the reasons I appreciate the fish fam so much, is that we are pretty much drama free. As I tell my students, as I've been telling them for the past few weeks, I learned from the King of DIY's video. He put it very nicely when he revealed his story, is that the great thing about fish people is that we don't care about your nationality or race, religion, whatever, where you're from in the world, economic status, whatever. We just want to see your fish tanks. So that's what it is. And that's what Fish Fam is about. So thank you, Fish Fam, for not being drama. So I posted the link in 2 fish-related Facebook groups. And this was the message that I got back from one of the moderators, administrators, whatever, of the group. And I'm going to edit it to keep it as anonymous and vague as possible. Thank you for sharing this video on guppies. Unfortunately, this is not the way to breed or raise guppies, so I had to delete the video so that people will not learn bad habits. This person has a channel on YouTube, and he shows his breeding methods and observations are much better. Please check him out. Now, that video was sent to try to be constructive. So if the person that sent that video, that message to me, is watching this, I understand you're trying to be constructive. I understand you're trying to be helpful. But the problem is, well, I did go check out that guy's channel and his video, and I subscribed, and I turned on notifications. I like his videos. I like his methods. I like the way that he does things. His most recent video, he actually talks about 2 possible ways of raising and breeding guppies. One is the colony breeding setup, which is basically what you're seeing behind me. It is colony breeding. Now, yes, there is a main alpha male, and then some lower, younger males, and then some fry. And colony breeding would say that I would take out the less than superior males. Well, they haven't gotten to that point yet. But when they do, I will take out the less than superior males. Less than desirable, the less desirable males. And I will put them in a separate tank that I will call the bachelor pad, just as I always have. So this guy's channel, I agree with him. I like the fact that he has shown and talked about 2 different ways of breeding guppies, as far as trying to breed them to improve a line or improve a strain or make a new strain. He uses both methods. He talks about the pros and the cons of both. And I like the open-mindedness of his videos, his channel, and his methods. But what I don't like is being told that my methods or the way that I'm raising my fish are wrong. They're different. They're not wrong. There are lots of people on YouTube, FishTube, the members of the Fish Fam, non-members of the Fish Fam, they don't know the Fish Fam exists yet, that raise their fish in different ways. As IFG says, let the opinion that you listen to be that of your own, I think is what he says. We're trying different things. I am a science teacher. I teach my students to experiment with things. One of my joys of the hobby is to experiment with keeping fish, to find what works best and what doesn't, to find how to breed them the best and the worst. Not worst, but find what doesn't work. My most recent experiment was I kept the guppies in my classroom in unheated tanks. They were heated by the classroom. My classroom stays about 72 degrees or so on average, maybe a little cooler, maybe a little warmer. And I discovered in my own observations that the guppies will survive, but they will not thrive. They survived, they grew very slowly, but they did not breed. They did not produce more offspring. The video you see behind me, I think that those fish are living quite nicely. They're living in a heated tank. They have a sponge filter that has lots of biological and mechanical filtration. I guess mechanical because of the sponge, but whatever. They get regular water changes multiple times per week. They get multiple small feedings per day. If I'm home all day, like on a weekend, they get fed 4 or 5 times per day in very small feedings. On a regular school day, they get fed 3 or 4 times still in very small feedings, more towards the evening and nighttime. I feel that my fish are very well taken care of and very humanely taken care of. If I find a fish that is having a less than acceptable quality of life, I dispatch of the fish in the most humane way possible, and then I put it back into the food chain by feeding it to my assassin snails. Once nature has taken its course, the assassin snails don't kill it. But I feel that my practices, I feel good about my practices and how I keep my fish. I don't lose sleep over how well my fish are taken care of. I feel like they live nice lives. And related to Valentine's Day, my fish are one of the things that I love. Not the highest. The things I love are my family, obviously, and I love my job. I love my house. I love my community. I love my town. I love my church. I love my friends. I love the fish food. I love my fish. I love my hobby. I love lamp. I love lamp. I hope you get that reference. So for you to attack something or to critique something that I love and I feel like I'm taking very good care of, I kind of take that personally. But back to being constructive is I have opinions about the way that other people take care of their fish. But I watch and I observe and I see, hey, I don't agree with you, but I see what you're doing. And sometimes it works out. And it works out in the way that they want it to. And I admit to myself that I was wrong. And sometimes it works out and I was right. And they learn. But we learn. And as long as animals are not harmed in that learning process, then what's the matter with it? If it's different, so what? The only thing different from the way that the fish behind me are being kept and the fish in the suggested channel, in the suggested video, is the size tank that I have. That was the only difference I found. I keep them in a 10-gallon. The suggested channel and video that I saw suggested I keep a breeding pair in a 2.5-gallon, which I understand for breeding purposes. I don't own any 2.5-gallon tanks. I own 10-gallon tanks. I own one 5-gallon, and my daughter has that one. I have 5-gallon buckets. I have 1-gallon containers. I have larger tanks. But I'm going with the colony breeding, small colony, in a 10-gallon. That's the only difference I see. So for you to say that you don't want people to learn from the wrong way that I'm doing things, it's not wrong, it's just different. There are fish friends of mine that do things that I wouldn't do. But I keep my mouth shut, I watch, I observe, I learn. They learn. It's not the way I would do it, but it works for them. So what I'm asking for all of you out there to do is to be constructive, be supportive, be kind. To be helpful, offer words of advice. If someone you see is needing help, then obviously I'll offer them help. If they're asking for your opinion, then give it. If they're not, then don't worry about it, as long as no animals are being harmed. The other thing is, in the past few videos of my February fish vlogs, I have had I wouldn't really call this person a troll, but they have posted twice, I guess you would say, negative comments, but I see them, if they were worded correctly, as constructive criticism. And I am open to constructive criticism. And the constructive criticism that this viewer offered, in the way I took it, was, the first time they posted was, hey, make the video shorter. It didn't need to take this long to get out this little bit of info. Like, hey, I appreciate your opinion. I'm going to think about it, and I did. And I realized I'm gonna make it better. Next time I make a similar video, I will make it better. I will make it shorter. Because I agree with you. It was too long. Then they posted again and said, it took this much time to do this. If you can't spare 4 minutes, then don't watch the video. If you can't spare 4 minutes, then watch it later. YouTube is for enjoyment, entertainment, education, inspiration. If you don't have time to do that, then make time later. Save it, add it to your watch later videos. When you're on Wi-Fi and I'm not using your data. Add it to save later when it's time for you to settle in, or you're on your commute home on the metro train or whatever. Or after the kids have gone to bed. That's when I make these videos and edit them. That's my time. So if you're complaining about 4 minutes and 17 seconds, hashtag first world problems. I will make the first video that you made reference to shorter. But I don't see a problem with videos less than 5 minutes when my purpose of that video is to entertain. Yes, it was maybe 20 seconds of actual information and answering the question. But it's entertainment that I was going for in that video. And honestly, deep, open like a book honesty. I would love if my average view time was increased. I think that I have a lot of interesting or important things to say towards the end of videos that are longer than 1 minute and 29 seconds or 2 minutes and 7 seconds. And I would like it if people watched and stayed longer and watched those videos. And those of you that have watched this long, thank you. So please, for future videos, do not be afraid to post constructive criticism. I was on some live streams on Tuesday night talking to a fellow fish fan member who I respect, and I was asking for his opinions. He was talking about my videos, and I was saying, hey, be honest, be open. No need to edit. I'm open to constructive criticism. And he gave me his opinion, and I appreciate it, and I value it. So please, feel free to comment below with whatever constructive criticism you have about my videos. If there are things you want to see, say it. If there's things that you can think of to make my videos better, then say it. If there are directions that you would like to see them go, or experiments or demonstrations you would like to see, then say it down below. You have a problem with my singing voice in my intro? I do too. And I'm working on that. Not right now, my voice is kind of hoarse. But I'm working on remixes. I was thinking about it on Sunday afternoon during my nap. Yeah, I was napping and thinking. It's really weird. I was thinking about like 3 or 4 things. So, please, any constructive, do not be afraid. Do not hesitate. Do not worry that you're going to offend me or hurt my feelings. Be constructive. That's it. Be constructive. So, if you want to joke and be sarcastic, troll, then do that down below. But put a little dash or dot 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 in parentheses, whatever, hashtag, fake trolling, whatever. That's fine, whatever. I can take joke. I love sarcasm. I am sarcastic. So if you want to be a sarcastic troll, go for it. So, I think that's it. You have any thoughts or opinions? Post them down below. Message me, find me on Facebook, MrScienceGeek. Go like my page, check it out there. Message me on there. I'll chat with you on there. If you're not sure as to how constructive it is and you think it sounds more negative, message me on there. I'll talk about it with you. I will not be offended. If I think that you are attacking me, then I'll say, hey, I appreciate your input. Have a nice day. I'm done with this conversation. That's the worst that'll happen. But you're not going to ruin my day. This person's message didn't ruin my day. Kind of irritated me, but I took it as a learning opportunity, and that's what I hope we can all do. So, until next time, stay tuned, stay fishy, people.